This is the book that essentially founded landscape history as a domain of academic investigation. No longer at the cutting edge of that field, this book nevertheless remains a great example of how a little scrutiny and reflection can reveal the hidden meaning of the everyday world around us. It was issued by the Folio Society in 2005 in celebration of the 50th anniversary of the book's first publication, and that's the edition I'll be looking at here. The book is bound in buckram, the front and spine being printed with a green monochrome photograph of a pastoral English landscape. The rear of the book is covered in brown buckram with a gilt trim. The spine too is labelled in gilt with the title and Folio Society colophon. End papers are printed with the appearance of felt texture, the binding is sewn, and the volume comes in a plain brown slipcase. The book is printed on Lumimat silk, white paper. As the name implies, it has a silk, somewhat glossy finish and is bright white. The text is set in Bembo with centaur display and, while there's nothing terribly remarkable about the typographical arrangement, it's a clear presentation that pushes the content to the fore. The book is written in a scholarly style betraying Hoskins' roots as a serious economic historian. It is nevertheless a readable and fascinating journey through 2 millennia of the relationship to the English landscape of those who lived upon it. This is the story of the landscape as it was shaped by mankind rather than by nature. It asks, why is that hedge there, rather than why do we have mountains? Less illuminated readers may have benefited from more background on the social forces driving some of these changes. Perhaps that's to be forgiven, since this is a book of landscape rather than economic history, but the two are inextricably entwined. Elsewhere though, this book is filled with insights to explain some seemingly inexplicable features of the English landscape, such as why roads through open countryside sometimes take 90-degree turns. As with most features of England, there's invariably a perfectly rational explanation if one dives deep enough into history. Throughout, we are guided by a man who has not only the requisite expertise, but also a clear personal passion for his subject matter, a passion that occasionally spills over in comical diatribes on modernity. I like to think that were Hoskins alive today to write a revised edition, he would commend his modern-day compatriots on having turned the ship around. Still, he'd doubtless find reason to complain in the proliferation of out-of-town retail parks and other such modern blots on his beloved landscape. Included are 82 black and white photographic plates from a variety of sources, 17 black and white figures, chiefly historical maps, a bibliography and an index. There's also an introduction by Keith Thomas that neatly sets out the intellectual significance of this as a work of scholarship.